Hey guys, MATH6996 Applied Research 1, Fall 2018, a 2 credit hour course. This, I got to tell you, this is like the 15th time I've tried to create this video and I keep getting interrupted, so sorry if I'm being a little goofy here. Uh, Guys, at the top of the syllabus you have my contact information. By far the easiest way, the best way, the most efficient way to get in touch with me is to email me. If that doesn't work, if I don't respond as quickly as you need me to respond, then please call my cell. Um, Catalog description, I hate it when professors just read because we can all read, right? But I do want to get into Math 6996 and provide a little bit of narrative, a little bit more explanation about what we need to accomplish in this class to stay on task, to stay on timeline for you guys to complete your thesis by the end of 6998. So the highlights in this class are: number one, choose a research partner. Guys, you don't have to work with anyone else, but you know, I mean, do the math, right? If you work with another person, then it's you have to do about 50% of the work. If you decide to work alone, then again, you're smart people, figure it out. But I'm okay either way. I would prefer to keep the groups size 2 or 1, so just keep that in mind. Once you decide your research partner or decide you're going to work alone, we need to start talking about a research topic, because everything we do hinges on you having a research topic solidified and decided. So guys, we need to talk that through. Once you get your research topic approved, then you begin the IRB approval. Any research that goes on at Shawnee State University has to be approved through IRB. IRB stands for Institutional Review Board. So a lot of times, if you're not dealing with human subjects, then you can get an expedited IRB, but you still have to go through the approval process. If you're dealing with people and data, and depending on whether or not it's confidential, there's just all sorts of different criteria there that kind of dictates which level of IRB approval that you're going to have to seek out. So anyway, guys, once you get IRB approval, we begin formulating the research questions and hypotheses. That leads into writing Chapter 1, and in the process of writing Chapter 1, which is your introduction, you technically begin your study. Math 6997, which will be taken in the spring semester, you write Chapters 2 and 3 and get an outline for Chapter 4. Chapter 2 is your lit review. Chapter 3 is your methodology, and Chapter 4 are your statistical results. Now, the reason we only need an outline for Chapter 4 in 6997 is a lot of you will collect your own data, either at a college or a university or a high school or a middle school, whatever it may be. So sometimes the data isn't collected and organized until May. If you're teaching in a high school, there's a good chance that if you're using high school data, that you won't have your data collected until the end of May. That's fine. We have no problem with that. But in cases like that, I would need an outline of Chapter 4. In 6998, we kind of put dot the I's and cross the T's. We write Chapter 4. Well, we don't. You do. You write Chapter 5, which is your summary, and you come to campus for your oral presentation, and then we submit the final version of the thesis. In an attempt to just be completely transparent with you, my toughest, the toughest decision I have to make is, how much do I get involved? Because at the end of the day, I want this research to be something that you own. But because I currently now have worked with, I think, 27 master's thesis students, and I think I'm on my 14th or 15th PhD student, I feel like I know something about formulating research and carrying it out. So, I want to guide you. I want to teach you the right way versus the wrong way. But, I too have to back off and let this be your work. Because guys, there's a very good chance that some of you may come up with some research topics that lead into research that could very well be publishable. And of course, if it is publishable, we will co-publish together. That's kind of one of the rules. But nevertheless, I want this to be as much your work as possible, under my guidance, of course. So you'll see that the course goals and objectives follow along with the bullets that we just discussed. Now, the focus of the research sequence is to complete an action research project, a thesis that is geared toward improving math education or improving mathematics programs. But guys, this is broadly defined, and this is extremely appropriate for people who teach high school or teach at colleges or universities. However, some of you have more interest in non-education related research. And guys, I'll work with you. We'll figure it out. But we will find something that interests you. The best word of advice that I can give you now is by the time you finish this, and you'll probably finish it about the second week of July 2019, you will be sick of two things. You will be sick of this project, your thesis, and you will be sick of me, because I'm going to push you, right? I'm going to push you, and nevertheless, I'm going to try to balance it out between pushing you to create the best document the best research that you can create, while backing off enough to let this be your work. So again, that's a struggle that I go through, but let me worry about that one. You guys worry about the other stuff. So guys, choose something. Think it through. Don't just choose something, say, whatever, it doesn't matter. Choose something that you're passionate about. I got the same advice from my doctoral dissertation advisor. And he was so true. At the end of it, I was sick of him. I have complete and utter respect for him, but at the end of it, I was sick of him. He was sick of me, and I was sick of my study. Now, once you've got a month or so to kind of chill out, you come to appreciate the value of both your advisor and your research. But it's a lot of work. This class is a lot of work. Most of my students tell me that they put more work into 6996, 6997, and 6998 than they did any of their other graduate courses in our program. So the workload is not going to be consistent. You might just float along for 3 or 4 weeks and not have a lot to do other than watch just a few videos. And then all of a sudden you'll come up and encounter 3 or 4 weeks where you're working 8, 10, 12 hours a week on this class. So it hopefully all balances out. All right? Disability statement, guys. If you got any disability, let me know. If you're covered by any ADA where you're entitled to certain accommodations, let me know, and I'll do everything in my power to make sure that they are met. So guys, there are 7 targets. If I put you to sleep so far, wake up. This is big stuff. So 7 targets. Choose your research partner. So by the end of week number 2, you should email me and let me know who you intend to work with. And if you intend to work by yourself, that's fine. Critiques. Number 2, you have 3 critiques that you have to submit. 1 is on an article on math education or mathematics or statistics. The second is a master's thesis, and the third is a doctoral dissertation on math ed or mathematics. Guys, your critiques must be submitted using Google Docs. Now, if you want to see Dr. Darbro get little Billy Redbud or whatever, go red on you. Don't follow these instructions. You're going to get that nasty little email from me that's going to say, if you had only watched the introductory video, you would have known this. Guys, you're going to submit these things via Google Docs. Google Docs is a great place to post a document where you and I can join up either Google Hangout or Zoom or Adobe Connect, and we can edit a document together. Unlike if you send it to me in PDF or Word, we don't have that luxury. The third thing, you're going to learn how to use Google Hangout, Google Docs, and Google Sheets, or Zoom, or Google Hangout is a way for us to meet, see each other, talk about stuff like a research project. But Zoom and other things are programs that we could also use. So I'm kind of in the transition of moving away from Google Hangout and moving to Zoom, but I'll keep you scheduled or keep you updated on that. Guys, speaking of the fourth target, you're going to participate in regularly scheduled Google Hangout sessions. Again, it could be through Zoom, but this is something you need to let me know what time during the week. And when we get to the schedule here in just a second, it'll make more sense that you and your partner or you can meet. So, guys, you're going to send me some times. I'm going to approve them based on my schedule, and then we'll schedule some meetings. Number 5, choose your research topic and create research questions and hypotheses. This should be done by week 10. Submit your research proposal, and did I put anything in there about IRB? Well, guys, IRB is one of the 7 targets. Oh, okay, yeah, here we go. Right there, I mentioned IRB. So submit your research proposal and submit Chapter 1 by the end of the semester. So, guys, calculating your final grade, most people get A's in this class because you're gonna do everything you got to do. You're really either going to get an A or an F because you're going to have to choose a research partner. You're going to have a critique of an article, a critique of a master's thesis, a critique of a doctoral dissertation. You're going to have to attend the Google Hangouts. You're going to have to get your research topic approved. You're going to have to get IRB approval. And you're going to have to submit Chapter 1. This has to be done to complete the thesis. So for those of you that kind of like to walk to the beat of your own drum, you're going to have to walk to the beat of my drum. These things need to be checked off before you successfully complete this class. So grading scale, guys, really at the end of the day, it's either going to be an A or an F. You're either going to do all that stuff or you're not. If you do it, you're going to get an A. If you don't do it, you're going to get an F. It's pretty much that simple. All right, gang, timeline. I'm not going to go through this and read it to you, but notice you have critiques. Those are due. The dates that are provided. Google Hangout sessions. It looks like we're going to have 4 Google Hangout sessions that we will meet as a group, or if you're working individually, it'll just be you and me. Now, we don't have to meet Google Hangout. If you're around campus, if you live close, if we can just schedule to meet in my office. So that's an option that I think maybe a couple of you will take advantage of. So, guys, it's an interesting class. It's an interesting sequence. When we first developed our program, we were declined. We were declined to Ohio Department of Higher Education because we just had 10 mathematics and statistics courses. Our program consisted of just 10 math classes and stats classes. But they told us that we had to have a thesis component or they wouldn't approve our program. So this is what the university came up with, and it works pretty well. So, guys, that's about all I have specific to this class. Research partners, I'm assuming that Blade and Taylor, you guys will work together. Ralph, I think you and I have talked. I think you want to work alone. Alex, I don't know where you're headed with this. I'd say you're probably going to work alone too, because I don't know where your research interests may lie, but we'll figure it out and we'll work to find something. Chris, I would think, I don't know who you would work with, but I would think you would want to do something in uh, kind of geared around university teaching, university teaching of mathematics. I don't know yet. We'll I could go through. I've got the course roster in front of me, and I could go through each and every one of you and think of, kind of give you an idea of what I'm thinking. But when you meet with me, I'm not going to tell you what I'm thinking because I want this to come from you. All right, guys, that's it. I hope you're off to a wonderful semester. Um, guys, get again, first couple of weeks, I need to find out who you intend to work with. So take care.